Hey folks, James Abrenio coming to you on July 14th, 2025. And if you've been paying attention to the local news, you're probably aware that recently the Trump administration issued a Title VI investigation against a local university, George Mason University, for discrimination. Now, of course, Title VI is reference to the 1964 Civil Rights Act meant to end discrimination, or at least make efforts to end discrimination in the United States. And what the Trump administration has done is flip that act on its head to go after the anti-DEI policies that were essentially contradicting the purpose of the act in the first place. Now, fortunately, Virginia Democrats are letting their opinions be known that this is unacceptable, and they're speaking out. As you can see here, a letter authored just today by 3 Democratic senators, Senator Saddam Salim, Senator Jeremy Pike, as well as Senator Stella Pekarsky, have voiced their support for George Mason, as well as their president, Gregory Washington. Of course, the Trump signal by going after George Mason is to let the public know that they're not just targeting Ivy League schools like Harvard and Columbia, but they're going to be going after flagship state universities to let the communities know that they're going after everybody. Of JD Vance's refusal to apologize for complimenting Victor Orban for taking over state schools in Hungary.
Have ever gotten to successfully dealing with the left-wing domination of universities is Victor Orban's approach in Hungary. I think his way has to be the model for us, not to eliminate universities, but to give the choice between survival or taking a much less biased approach to teaching. He seized control of state universities and put them in foundations that were then run by his allies. Is that what you're advocating be done in the United States?
Well, Margaret, what you're seeing in the United States actually is that universities are controlled by left-wing foundations. They're not controlled by the American taxpayer, and yet the American taxpayer is sending hundreds of billions of dollars to these universities every single year.
I don't want taxpayers controlling education necessarily. Is that what you're advocating for, federal government?
Margaret, what I'm advocating for is for taxpayers to have a say in how their money is spent. Universities are part of a social contract in this country. They educate our children. They produce important intellectual property. They get a lot of money because of it.
Now, clearly, the Trump administration, JD Vance and the cohort are proud about their behaviors. And tragically, they're not stopping just at higher institutions of education. Indeed, just recently, the Trump administration froze about $6 billion for after-school and summer programs for our kids. And just recently, our Democratic candidate for Virginia Attorney General went after the current Attorney General, Jason Miyares, for failing to join a lawsuit against the Trump administration for this funding freeze. Now, of course, there's no magic pill to solve this solution, but I'm glad that the Virginia Democrats are stepping up and letting their opinions be known and speaking out so the public is aware of what the Trump administration, as well as our leaders in the Republican Party here in Virginia, are doing. Of course, the Republicans control most of the levers of government at the federal level, including the White House, Congress, and the Supreme Court, as well as here in Virginia in the governorship, the Lieutenant Governor's office, as well as the Attorney General's office. So there's only so much that can be done right now. But elections here in Virginia are coming up in November, so I'm hoping that you're doing everything you can to support your local leaders, making sure that people are getting out to the voting box, because I believe that Virginia is truly a better place when Democrats are in leadership positions. While Republicans always claim that they're the party of business, the reality is the Trump administration has put a direct hit on our economy here in Virginia by targeting government workers and thereby decreasing our rankings in business rankings throughout the country. So reach out to your local leaders and show them your support, that you're happy with what they're doing, but push them to go further and making sure that they have the tools they need with votes and other support in order to get to where we need to go here in Virginia. Because I believe in November, we've got a good shot at taking over control and pushing our Commonwealth forward. Make sure you let those people know that you support their efforts, that you appreciate them taking time away from their friends and family, and also reach out to them and tell them to come on to JamesPod, maybe tell their story. Thanks a lot.